And welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. I just got through finished playing Unite for the day. Well, I only played the one game, but that's enough because I only needed to do it in order to get the Mimikyu missions done. And wanted to share the game with you because that was the game that brought me to 1600. I was basically one game away. I was literally one game away at the end of last stream, so I wanted to share that with you. So before I do that, let's go ahead and look at the season. 166 games. It's actually very interesting because the last time that I got to 1600 was season 10, where I also got 166 games for the season. We'll skip forward, I'll pass all this. Yep. So somehow that seems to be my record. Maybe I can do better next time. But 166 is actually a lot of games, because as you can see, I actually do take pictures of the end of every season to see how many games I've done. Like, this is how many it took me to get to master rank, and this is how much more it got from master rank to 1600. This is the end of last season with only 94 games total, and it only took 29 to get to master rank. So I did a little bit better last season. But the more you play, the higher you climb, the more difficult it is to keep on climbing because the opponents stay about the same and your allies get worse. Anyway, that's the season, and here's the game. I'll show you some of the details here. I'm the least valuable player on the team with an MVP score of 55, but you know, took the least amount of damage, probably because I wasn't fighting that much, and dealt a lot of damage. I think more than anyone? Yes, more than anyone. Shoutouts to my Umbreon though. This was a pretty scary team. They were kind of swapping around a lot. Like, we saw some like Gengar, and then I like went to lane, and then he was like, oh, apparently he didn't, the Mimikyu really, or all the players basically, they all had like somewhat jungle Pokemon, and every time I went into lane in order to give up like jungle for a Gengar or something like that, they swapped to something else and then took lane. So I guess no one wanted to have a lane Rowlet, but we ended up having 4 melee on our team, and we're fighting against Mewtwo Y. Luckily, no one plays Snipe Shot on Inteleon, so I just needed to make sure that I just kill the front line. So this trick here is to keep your stacks going so that you keep up your boosted autos the entire time. Now, this is pretty rough. The fact that we're all melee, like here's someone that's already dead over here, and then here's someone that's already dead over here. So I haven't even cleared my jungle yet. It's been 45 seconds. They've been in lane for the past like handful of seconds, and they're already both dead on all sides. I didn't expect the score shield, otherwise I would have stopped that or walked up more. If this Eevee had decided to just like actually level up, then we would have already had a Umbreon, and then we could have actually done something there. And then there's farm here, and they could be an Umbreon if they wanted to, but they go for the risky farm. I'm glad that they didn't just die here, but here's another death already. So there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to farm up to get level 7 as quickly as I can. And you'll notice that they're still dying. I still have a level 3 Jigglypuff. Try to scare them off a little bit. Of course, everyone was stacking. Like, we have EXP share Wigglytuff, and they are still level 4. Mimikyu, that is. Luckily, the enemies are late to show up to the middle, and actually this is my first time seeing this replay, so I actually did not know that they didn't show up at all. Do I go bottom here? I go bottom here. I think that they live here. I mean, if our Wigglytuff were like a little bit more aggressive, then we definitely kill all of them. Because they just didn't fall asleep because they just decided they didn't want the kill. Yeah, and Teleon is very bad at farming once he chooses to go with liquidation. I think he wins this. Yeah, he does win this. Nice. My Umbreon was definitely the MVP of this game. Of course, I don't know why we chose 4 melee attackers. Small overcap. My Unite move is ready. Alright. Oh, that's yet another time that my Wigglytuff says, you know what, I actually don't want my opponents to fall asleep. Never mind. So we've scared him off, I think. He should just grab 2 berries and come back, but I don't think that they do. Yeah, he doesn't really do anything there. And I think that my buffs come up. Yeah, perfect timing. Like, we are losing hard on points, but you know, they're not completely losing top lane. I mean, they've already lost top lane technically, but I'm just farming because I need to get level 11 to get Razor Leaf Plus for that extra muscle band proc. And then they smartly let that in. I was kind of hoping that they were going to damage it a little bit, because then it would have been on 18. But I would not have been able to kill any of these opponents. Without Razor Leaf here. And they're pushing for some reason, I don't really know why. The Wigglytuff has put like 1 person to sleep ever, still. I can get this kill because it's free. Do I win this? I don't remember if I win this. Oh yeah, I should have ejected there. I killed the Mimikyu, but if I had ejected, then I actually kill everyone. I don't know if I had eject button up. It's okay, I gave the kill to the Mamoswine, and that's fine. Like, it doesn't really matter if their tank gets the kill. Sometimes Wigglytuff just feels really useless. Even though I used my Unite move, I knew that there was nothing I could do, so it's time to just keep farming. Wigglytuff needs red buff, so they get the red buff so that they can slow down every enemy that they hit with their basic attacks, because they can hit so many of them with their basic attacks. I'm staying level relevant. I'm level 12. Mamoswine has no idea who he's dealing with. Do I keep in this? Oh, okay, okay, that happens. this? Oh, yeah, so Shadow Claw actually deals execute damage, so the more hurt you are, the more damage it does. So I just got completely wiped off the map there, even though it doesn't actually do that much damage. Without the execute portion at least. I'm back and I'm level 13. Let's try to get 14 here. They're pushing forward for some reason. My Serena's still level 10, even though we have all this farm. And I'm not even like taking their Ndidi, because I just want them to farm, but they're just not going to. And this whole time I'm pinging like, hey, maybe we should farm instead of fight. Serena's dead again. So their whole team is higher than my whole team, but I'm level 14 though. Mimikyu's actually putting in work apparently. This was pretty huge that this happened. That they stopped that. That was pretty important. We are losing and they do have this ambush here. I saw that happening, but luckily they used their mean look on the Mimikyu there. And I need to get into position so that I can hit my Unite move. And it's just a mammal swine, so I don't really care. And also, it's not just that. I actually just now realized that the, what's it called, kept me alive. The Umbreon. If I had ejected there, then I live. If I had, my Leaf Storm was not up yet. It was barely not up. If it had been, then I would have won. So I'm back up now. Luckily, their ranged attackers don't really know what they're supposed to be doing. Like, they just wasted their Unite there for no reason. I'm level 15. I know that we're in the lead, and I saw them go top, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to try to score. And they were trying to score. But he can't beat me by himself. And he definitely can't beat me with the Umbreon here. So I made a mistake here, and I actually started pressuring towards them, but I should have looked here because they had just enough time to score another 100 if they were already in that bush, which I obviously didn't know whether they were on that bush or not. I knew where 4 of them were. I knew the Mewtwo had just died, and I saw 3 of them on the map because they were fighting my allies, but yeah, I didn't know where the last one was. So, close win. Scary team comp that we had, but luckily their allies were not that great. Like, their worst players were their damage. Yep, that makes sense. $3,000 games. Yep. It's hard to rely on the randoms. Their Mamo set to private, okay. Technically, this was our worst player. But they put in work, though. Yeah. Not bad. Yikes. Yikes. Why is Serena's... Not Serena's. How is it that Umbreon has lower MMR than our Serena? That's a pretty bad lose streak. Maybe that couldn't be it though. 150 games, 54. This person already had the 14 season badge, which means that they are higher ranked than I was. 494, And an even worse win rate than overall. That's so many games. I was just talking about how I grinded so much and I have 160. That's so many games, man. 5,000, so many games. Exactly 50% win rate with the losing Wigglytuff rate. It's because they don't actually sing. They should like run at them, and then if they actually ran at them all the way, then they would fall asleep and then they'd be safe and they wouldn't have to retreat like they were doing. And if you die, hey, you're Wigglytuff. That's your job. Put him to sleep. Let your allies kill them. $10,000 games. That's so many. I was given a freebie. Yeah, they actually have a positive win rate this season. Would you look at that? And it's not even all just like Y2. That's a reasonable profile. Oh, they're doing pretty well this season. Again, not even Y2. Alright. Well, that was the game. You saw the record for the season. You saw a record overall. You saw the game. You saw the battle data. Because of that, Friday stream will be standards. Or maybe even Star Rail. We'll see. I'll see how I'm feeling. And then Saturday will be Unite and Final Fantasy 16. Sunday, Final Fantasy 16. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.